Hey everyone, Max here. I didn't have a full-blown video really prepped for this month, for the video that goes up on the 15th, so I decided that I would kill two birds with one stone and work on my project Power Ladder drawings for this month and just record the sketching process for that. So real quick, I need to back up and explain what the heck Project Power Ladder is. So Project Power Ladder is something that I started this year. I even started up a hashtag, and right now all of the Project Power Ladder stuff that's on there right now should just be my own stuff. But essentially what it is a drawing exercise where you take a character, and the first version of the character you're drawing, you treat as if it is the level 2 of a character. So like the middle point, basically. And then what you do is you flesh out that character, whatever they are, and you plan it out. And what you end up doing is over the course of time, you design a level 1 version and a level 3 version. I don't know why exactly this started, to be honest. I think it's just my preoccupation and fascination with characters that can change over time or be upgraded. I think that's really neat. So basically what I'm doing right now is I'm drawing what normally would just be like the one drawing I would do a month. Now I'm giving myself a whole month to basically draw the same character, but in 3 different versions. And this is really cool because it allows me to use a different style for each character. So the level 2 version is kind of the halfway point between more cartoony and more, I guess, realistic. I don't even know how I would describe it, but this is probably my comfort zone, right? This is probably where I spend most of my time, is that halfway point between cartoony and something somewhat resembling reality. It's probably the style that I'm most practiced with. However, my roots, you know, when I used to draw stuff when I was younger, was much more cartoony, and it leaned much more into the absurd. And I gotta be honest, I miss that. There's a level of freedom that you sort of miss once you grow older and you're super, not concerned necessarily, but preoccupied with nailing the anatomy and all this stuff. And so Project Power Ladder was just a way for me to, I guess, linger with the characters I'm making a little bit longer. And it's a challenge, you know, it's a fun exercise. And in my mind's eye, it would be something that you could leave as a hashtag comment under someone else's drawing. And when you leave a hashtag Project Power Ladder comment, what you're basically asking them to do is you're challenging them to make a level 1 version of that character and a level 3 version at the same time. It's just a fun exercise, and that's what I've been doing so far this year, is that I've been drawing essentially three drawings a month, but they're all the same character, just at different power levels. You can think of it in those terms as well. But with those different versions, it allows you, it frees you up to try new things. So what you're seeing me do now is, for this month, what I'm planning on doing in colored pencil and, you know, fine liner pens. This is just the sketching phase. This is just me getting some ideas out on how I might want these characters to look. So this is sort of an odd thing because it's a project on top of a project, because you can see the action figures, the toys, off to the left side of the screen. This has been an ongoing thing for a couple years now, where I've been taking old action figures and I've been combining them with Go-Go's figurines to give them a little bit of whimsy and some color, and just add something new and different to the designs, and then combining them into an original character. And the main reason I wanted to do this was because, you know, if my action figures ever get lost, or I have to give them away, or they break, I have some sort of representation of them as I saw them in my mind's eye when I was a kid, because I was never just playing with a Mandalorian action figure, right? It was always an original character that I made up. So I wanted to basically give all of these childhood characters their due. But then Project Power Ladder came along, and I can't even tell you where the idea came from. I just thought it would be really cool as an exercise to engage the imagination, where if you were just working from level 1 to level 2 and then to level 3, that would be a challenge. But I think it's a little bit more of a challenge to start in the middle, and then in your own mind, you have to basically reverse engineer the character and say, what if I made a simpler version that's not as powerful, that's maybe a little bit more cartoony, a little bit more whimsical, a little more random. And then level 3 ranges anywhere between somewhat realistic, which is not my norm, to out and out eldritch monsters, which is the direction that this character is headed. I don't know why the Go-Go has 55 on his face, but I decided to implement that with the level 1 and level 2, and then for the level 3, I decided to reverse the second 5 to make like these really weird eye line marks on what would be, I guess, like a mask or something. So this character might be one of the wildest jumps I've ever done, honestly. Like, this takes me back to my Captania drawings that I would do when I was a kid, where it was a lot of these aliens and monsters and warriors that were like just really out there, and I really enjoy drawing those. So I guess ultimately what I'm realizing as I'm saying it is that Project Power Ladder is basically a way for me to toy around with the different styles that I have grown to love over the years, instead of just committing to one. In this way, I can sort of give a reason for the style changes, and it really does help me to keep these styles in my mind and help keep me sharp on these different things. For the level 3 characters, I figure let's just push the anatomy, push the skeletal structure, push everything to just the strangest, most alien limit, and make the most insane warriors possible. And so I love the sketching phase. You guys know this about me. The sketching aspect, this part is probably my favorite. Like, ultimately having the final project is fun, but you're never going to get near the freedom that you have when you're first just throwing shapes around. And ultimately, I think if you can master structure and shapes and just getting those wireframes down, and then just going back over it and giving a very loose structure, it really does unlock a lot of stuff. And I knew sort of going into this project what I was looking for. So I didn't need a ton of little mini sketches, because ultimately the final products are probably going to resemble these pretty closely, because I was pretty happy with their overall designs, and so I probably won't deviate too far. You got a weird little imp dude who just looks really weak and sneaky. You have a warrior mercenary in the middle, and you got a weird eldritch creature on the side. So yeah, that's basically Project Power Ladder. You guys can check it out at max_k_draws on Instagram. That's where I've been posting these Power Ladder drawings. They're a lot of fun. I'd love to get the hashtag going so you can just challenge people to basically take their own character and make a powered down and a powered up version from whatever drawing you're posting it under. So yeah, that's basically it. In lieu of another video, that's basically all I had for this one. So thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.